right, y'all. Hello, good morning. I sacrificed a little bit of sleep so that I could come and let you guys know to be careful today on Saturday because most destiny swapping rituals are held on Saturdays. Most of them. They start preparing on Wednesday. They really get aggressive on Thursday. And then on Friday, this is when it just gets really downright hateful. Saturdays is a trip. This is when on a Saturday, we are in Saturn's energy. And for some reason, that Saturn energy just really makes it a breeding ground for destiny swapping. Destiny swapping is a lot different from soul swapping, just FYI, okay? I haven't talked much about destiny swapping. We've got Pluto that's going into retrograde tomorrow. So you guys need to be careful because there are people out there that actually are performing these rituals. Hold on a minute. And basically, what you need is to be aware of it. And it is a certain protection that you need. Sometimes it'll be several different people. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of y'all, when y'all come into any kind of spiritual environment, especially when you get a lot of different people, you don't know about this stuff. Okay. So destiny swapping is more about the circumstances. People want to give you the circumstances, and even they try to tap into fate. The three sisters of fate often stops them. So it works, but it really only works on people that are not aware. Now, one thing that I was talking to someone about today is that because I was looking at a forum about destiny swapping, and there was some poor girl that left a remark, a comment that stated, oh, I'm going to take my destiny back because my father divorced my mother and now everything is going to, his new wife and new kids and da 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 da. And I'm going to take my destiny back. And if I were a practitioner that was advising that young lady, I would say, no, that has nothing to do with destiny swapping. So in that case, you wouldn't need a destiny swapping reversal. It would more so be justice. Okay. So, a divorce or a father leaving his family, that is not about destiny. So, there's a lot of people that don't understand that destiny swapping is basically essentially when somebody says, I see good things happening to this person, I see good things happening for this person. It happens to many, many families. It can be a whole family of people. Okay. And a person may have certain things about themselves that they don't like. I personally, the way I see people that do things like that is that I don't really have a good opinion of them because I feel like it's mainly fear, paranoia, and lack of confidence in self. So, here's the thing about it is that you can do anything that you put your mind to when it comes to witchcraft. Like, it's that fucking evil. It can be evil, downright evil when people are doing shit like that. However, those are those people. So that's just like with religion is no evil than the preacher witchcraft is not any more evil than the practitioner. Okay. So I think that it comes from a very lower vibrational place for people to do that. When you got somebody that's fighting, it makes it very difficult. These people are delusional, but they're very obsessive, fearful, scary, and some of them do actually have spiritual gifts and psychic powers. So they literally like when I you know what movie talked about that, but it put it but Jordan Peele kind of put it, he kind of made it like a horror flick was Get Out. Get Out was the movie that really talked about that a lot. So it's sort of like that. But it's a different subject because that movie was kind of like it made it about white and black people, and that's not what it's about. It isn't. That's not what it's about. Honestly, it isn't. I see black folk doing it all the time. I see I see black folk doing it all the time. And it's very embarrassing the process that they go about doing it, especially when they're trying to do it in social media. But if you notice that the young lady that was picking out people to sort of steal their consciousness, she would go to Facebook. Some of these people are so good that they will randomly pick people out in Facebook. And so what a lot of people will do is they will put like one picture and have the rest set to private. That don't do anything. As long as a person has your photograph and your real fucking name, they can do that shit to you. And it's happening a lot. And it actually shocks me that people would have that low self-esteem, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that it's okay to have pride, but I think that some people are just too prideful. Because honestly, if you want to change your destiny, if you feel like, oh my God, I see nothing but destruction coming for me, because there's some people that are just like that. Why not just go to Santa Muerta? Why not just go to the Norns, Erd, Verdandi, and Skull? And I'm gonna tell you why most black people don't go to the Norns for their help. Because when those particular goddesses are depicted, these are the weavers of destiny and time. They are often depicted as white. So a lot of black people are like, oh, well, those are white people, so I can't trust them. And it's like, well, that's just the artist's depiction of them. Like, it's very bizarre. I don't get down with that in the spiritual community, which is why I work with Maeve all the time. Maeve is considered to be white. She probably is white. She's a Irish goddess, fairy goddess that has fiery red hair. So we all know that my ancestor, my last name is Briscoe. That's an Irish name. So and all she does is benefit me. But anyway, we it's a lot of that going on Saturdays. It's mainly being performed by people who are confirmed narcissists. Okay. These are people that are obviously narcissistic. And they don't really want to be narcissistic, especially if you are a person that has a good heart. They want to be you. Well, why not just change your heart? No, that's too difficult for them. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally ridiculous. That's just like, there are people that, I mean, and sometimes it can get downright scary, because some of the people that are swapping destinies with other people are very either mentally or physically sick. Now, that's when the situation gets really sticky. This is going to be a breeding ground for this particular ritual to be done, especially with Pluto being in the pre-shadow phases. Okay. So when Pluto goes into retrograde, if you're not actually protected, and aware, and don't come to me and say, oh, well, I'm Christian and my God is good. No, hun, I see Christians that get destiny swapped all the damn time. In fact, there's in Ezekiel, there is a destiny swapping verse, a whole chapter in Ezekiel in the Bible that allows destiny swapping in the Bible. So some of your church members will swap destinies with you. It's a destiny swap. Okay. And so it is what it is. Okay. So don't be afraid. Like, what these people do is they start off by sending you a bunch of bad energy. They need to be binded from doing that harm to you, because what they'll do is it's a process that they do. People have very often, what I've noticed is people being possessed by other people's ancestors. Santa Muerta shuts it all down. This is a fact when they doing stuff like that. So a lot of people are afraid of Santa Muerta. I don't know why she's so sweet. Probably because she's depicted as a skeleton, but she's definitely such a healing goddess, loving goddess. Okay. And so it's better to be protected before they get their hooks in you. But there's this new red salt that I made, and I made a red salt and an orange and green salt, basically, that quickly gets rid of their bad spirits. Okay. And it's good. It is. It's good. Okay. So, be careful today, especially we coming up on 11/11, and they make all kind of jars and all this stuff and all this. To me, it's stupid, because having a personal relationship with these gods of Saturn, like for example, Erd, Verdandi, and Skuld and Hecate is a goddess of Saturn. They are the god. These are the goddesses that we're talking about. These people literally, they can go and seek assistance. If you Google it, if you Google the three sisters of fate, it will say on Google that you can't change your destiny, right? That's a lie. But since these people believe everything that they read on Google, you can't expect to get good information from Google. You can't expect that. So, and they are out there, and it's quite a few of them on this website. Quite a few of them on this website trying to attempt to do destiny stealing and swapping. Okay. So those rituals are typically on a Saturday. Like I said, they get real weird and murky. Like they just get, it's like, you're weird, on Wednesdays for some reason. Okay. Probably because that's when their health afflictions start getting to them, or either other stuff starts getting to them. Okay. But then, on Thursday, and they love, love, love the solar plexus and the root chakra. I don't know what it is about that. Typically, they'll go for the solar plexus and the root chakra. We see some of them being bold enough to try to come for your crown, which can be very dangerous to them. Because when you try to come for somebody's crown, this is when the gods you're going to get the attention of the gods, and they're going to go, what the fuck is this person doing? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of the gods that we see up in the sky, they are paying very close attention. Okay. And these people will have people fucked up for years. I'm not talking about several months. I'm not talking about a year. I'm talking about their whole lives. And you know what's funny? What they'll do? is they'll try to convince you that it's your mama or somebody. Like, why in the fuck was that? I mean, I guess that could happen. I've seen that happen. They always trying to drive a wedge between family. I mean, it is just a trip. Your mother may be kind of annoying sometimes, overprotective, but 9 times out of 10, that ain't your mama that's doing that. So if you guys want, I do have my list of protected ones ready. Destiny swapping, in tranquil spirits, things of that nature. Soul swapping is definitely on the list of things that we are protected from. They cannot do it. And here's another thing, I'm not going to show my protection in social media. The protection that I use for everybody, for everybody. Because please believe that um, oh my God, it was a downright, outright war making sure that my grandson made it into this world safely. Like, and Spirit was pissed about that because somebody was attacking my daughter while she was pregnant. It was just a trip, but he's here and he's beautiful and he's healthy and he's loved and he's protected. They don't care. They will destiny swap with your baby. They will. That's why you don't need to let everybody touch your damn stomach when you're pregnant. They will. They and it's just a trip. You know, in that show, what's the name of that show? Charmed. You remember the old crone that they showed in there and how she just wanted the powers of the charmed ones. And it was a trip. And I kept asking, I said, well, hell, I said, this crone was going through all of that. And the crone was actually very powerful. What the fuck did she need? It was a trip. It just was so stupid. Just pure unadulterated evil. A lot of people go into it and it's because it is their path. But then when you go into it, your path gets kind of thwarted. And the reason why is because there's these people, they are just so unethical and evil. Oh my God. They don't care about your baby. They don't care about your happiness. They don't care about any of that. And what they've took to doing now is just straight up threatening and terrorizing people. Oh, if you say anything publicly, I know where the fuck you live. I mean, these people are nuts. You can ask any of my clients. I ain't never, ever, ever. I've been in business for 10 years. Ain't none of my clients ever, oh, I know where you live. I don't give a shit about you knowing where I live. Are you insane? Insane. They're like in their membrane. And, you know, they talk a good game, but in reality, you have low self worth and low self esteem for you to try to steal somebody's destiny. Okay. And the unethical behavior is just off of the fucking charts. It is. So just be careful today. If you guys suspect that someone is still in your destiny, you are more than welcome to schedule an appointment with me. I am very honest. Honestly, I was born on a Thursday at 10:10 in the morning. Always have had good luck in life. So I would never have any reason to steal anybody's destiny. I mean, you know, everything that I've always done, I've been successful at, and I ain't never had to steal nothing. But it's crazy and mentally ill, deranged people out here trying to do work for people. I mean, it's crazy. For example, I had this lady, and literally all I did was a reading, and she said, "You stole the tarot from me," and I said, "What the fuck?" And so instantly, I'm knowing that she's gonna try to do a destiny swap reversal, and I'm like, well, fuck, you're in the spiritual community. You're and you're and that's why the whole tarot thing got all crazy because of these mentally ill fucking people. And I'm sitting up here like, and she attempted to do a destiny swap reversal, ended up getting very, very sick. because she got punished by my spirits. So they had to automatically keep her down because she was literally attempting to like steal the tarot from me, even though people have been reading the tarot for hundreds of fucking thousands of years. Like, are you kidding me? This is the mental illness that you're dealing with in the spiritual community. And they're usually very, very, very violent. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's what we got Valor for, though. So if y'all need me, I'm here. Ain't nobody scared of these people. They have no real power. Anytime you have to feel like you have to destiny swap with somebody, that to me is very weak. And some of them will be destiny swapping with several people at the same damn time. It's like, what the hell? Didn't they wonder why they end up with multiple personality disorder, half crazy, and losing their mind? And then they'll go back to the church and be like, that witchcraft is evil. Like, no, you tried to. I swear to God, this witchcraft does not have to be evil. It's just that people, it's so bizarre. So y'all have to be mindful of that, especially this Saturday with Pluto going into retrograde. Saturn is going into retrograde in July. This is going to be a shitstorm. And it is mainly because of idiotic people. Okay, let me tell y'all something. They do things to take away their beauty. Now, you know how I keep my face young and fresh? I do facial exercises. Yeah, I do yoga for my face. There's all sorts of exercises you can do to make your face symmetrical. Why don't these people just do that? Oh no, I'm starting to look old. Oh no, somebody stole my beauty. No, hun, we've all been under a tremendous amount of stress with everything that's been going on. Why don't you get with the damn program? So I'm this person over there is stealing my beauty. What? But sometimes it really is somebody trying to steal your beauty, which is totally ridiculous. And they really will start trying that they'll try to look like you. But then what they have to do is consort that, they have to literally do something else. So and it's totally ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. You got men trying to destiny swap with women. You can have a man doing that to you too. I think it's ridiculous. And they're a lot of times their so-called gods and deities are not even real because you call a deity to a ritual and the deity is like, oh hey, I'm here to help you. And you somehow I want a destiny swap. They out the building. They like, oh hey, I'm not let me get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the hell up out of here. So, but many of them do have psychic gifts and those rituals do work. They take a while to do them and they are typically 99.9% unsuccessful. But when they decide they're going to do it, they continue to do it. And I think it's the process of them trying to do it that is actually causing more harm to the target than anything. So, it just is what it is. So I'm here for you guys if you need me. You can visit my link tree. Just go to divineservicesapothecary.com. Typically, you would want to get an hour scheduled or either 2 hours. And, we can start with some protection from that. My protection is only 144. If you are, let me tell you something. When you are the target of destiny swapping, shit gets real weird. And you be like, what is this shit? Like, um, And they typically do have flying monkeys and weird people that are on assignment. That none of that matters as long as you get the reversal ritual and you get the binding to stop them from being able to do that. Because there is a way to stop them. Okay. And they don't want to accept it. They said, we're going to keep doing it and we're going to go. We're going to keep going and going and going. And it's like, why don't you just do things right the first time? You remind me of my abusive mother. Well, your mother was not being abusive. She was right. The hell is wrong with you? So I'm there for y'all if y'all need me. And I'm talking about, like, it depends on how long it's been going on. A lot of you guys that are several years into it, it may be a significant amount of changes, but I'm telling you, once you swap back your destiny, you start seeing things come through very quickly. Okay, normal things start to come through very quickly. The way you feel, you know what I'm saying? Anxiety is actually one of the biggest signs of destiny swapping, but you don't have to have anxiety. There's other symptoms of anxiety. I'm sorry, there's other symptoms of destiny swapping. Numbness, your feet falling asleep all the time, your legs falling asleep all the time. That's a sign of destiny swapping, believe it or not. Okay. So there's many, many, many signs of it. But you know, and they'll do it every day. They have their jars and they're just very hateful. And their jars, that you know, once I get a hold of a case like that, their jars and their boostings mean nothing. They're canceled. Mainly that's what they're doing is jar work. Mainly they take the shit, they put it in a jar, or either they'll make a gree bag or something, and they're literally carrying it around. And that, you know, that particular, and they want everything that somebody else is destined to have. And it is so, and it just, it's so weird. What if you were destined to have more? Or what if you were destined to have something equal? You know what I'm saying? Like, but rarely are they. Your feet and legs being numb, falling asleep is a big sign, huge sign of it. Okay. And it resembles, because they will use foot track magic, they will use that on you, but it resembles foot track magic a lot. They doing a lot just so that they can avoid, I guess, being themselves. I have no idea. But I know I'm tired of it. I can tell you that much. I am tired. I get so many of them cases that come in. It is ridiculous. And typically the moment that I take those cases, boy, it just be it be so much damn chaos. I'll be like, oh my God. So, you know, schedule an appointment with me. I can get you diagnosed. There are specific cards in the tarot that do come up. And then also I can see them because they typically have what is called monitoring spirits that are on you, that are just watching you all the time. Okay. Any kind of tingling, but mainly the legs and the feet, falling asleep, anxiety, depression, all of a sudden bad luck, extreme bad luck. Yeah, all of those things will happen. So, you know, and the ritual is really not that big of a deal. I mean, when it turns into a big deal is when they're actually able to be successful at it, and then they don't want to let go. They'll take your spirits, they'll trap your spirits. You know, they'll do all kinds of things, and I'm talking about guardian angels. So they doing the most. Okay. And ancestors. Okay. So y'all are welcome to schedule an appointment with me. I just recently made a list of protected ones. You guys are able to get on that list. Okay, but I would say go ahead and get your own personal protection. Okay, because it can get pretty serious. All right, guys. All right, I'll see y'all later. I just wanted to come and tell y'all about that real quick. I gotta go. Y'all have a good one. Okay, be careful out there. There's a lot of nasty stuff out there, and a lot of people be like, it's Donald Trump, it's the president, it's this, it's that, it's that. We're not living during the Great Depression, you guys. Come on now. Okay. All right, y'all. Blessings. Bye.